Solving absolute value equations, the alternate universe, part 1. Absolute values are used in the real world relating to distance and other measures that cannot have a negative value. These 2 points, for instance, are 8 3/4 inches apart, no matter which is the starting point. The distance between Los Angeles and San Francisco is 342 miles, or 550 kilometers. It's not 550 kilometers in one direction and negative 550 kilometers in another direction. In math, we denote an absolute value by placing vertical line segments to bracket what we are taking the absolute value of. For example, this distance from San Francisco to Los Angeles is 342 miles, no matter which way you measure. No matter what is inside the brackets, this can never be negative. Therefore, if you see an absolute value expression on one side of an equal sign and a negative number on the other side, you need to recognize that there is no solution for the equation. In this instance, there is no value of x that can make the absolute value of 2x minus 3 equal to negative 3. Let's start to solve absolute value equations by using a very simple equation, the absolute value of n equals 5. How do we state this equation in plain words? What it means is that there is a value for n such that it equals 5, and also that the opposite of its value or negative value or additive inverse is also equal to 5. This is where we get to the alternate universe explanation. Since there are 2 possible outcomes, we need to divide it into 2 separate equations. The first equation is the easy part. It's just n equals 5, so that one's already solved for us. For the second equation, our alternate universe, we replace the absolute value brackets with parentheses, then put a negative sign in front of the opening parentheses. We solve the equation by distributing the negative sign to the term inside the parentheses so we can remove the parentheses. To finally solve, we divide both sides by negative 1 so that n equals negative 5. We box in our answers. Here are the solutions graphed on a number line. Let's look at this equation. Just a little more complexity is involved here. Again, following the alternate universe theme, we split the equation into 2 separate parts. Removing the parentheses, on the left we have x plus 3 equals 6. In the next step, we get x by itself by subtracting 3 from both sides of the equation. Here we cancel the terms on the left side. And on the right side, 6 minus 3 equals 3. So our solution to the normal universe is x equals 3. For the alternate universe explanation, we remove the absolute value bracket, replacing it with parentheses, then place a negative sign in front of the first parentheses. We can either distribute the negative sign to both terms inside the parentheses. However, getting rid of the negative sign by dividing both sides of the equation by negative 1 will make it a lot easier on us. The negative sign is canceled. Now we can remove parentheses on the left side and divide 6 by negative 1 on the right side. We now subtract 3 from both sides. 3 minus 3 cancels. We're left with x on the left side, and negative 6 minus 3 equals negative 9 on the right side. So x equals negative 9 in our alternate universe. We can graph the 2 points on a number line. Look at this one. The absolute value of y minus 2 equals 4. Stop the video, see if you can find the solutions, if any, then restart it to see if you got it right. Here are all the steps worked out as before. The 2 solutions are y equals 6 and y equals negative 2. And here are the points plotted on a number line. Let's look at one last problem for this video. Stop the video and see if you can solve it, then restart it to see if you got it right. Can the absolute value of this or anything be a negative number, like negative 7? There is no solution. There is no number for n that makes this a true statement. It's like asking a pig to fly, trying to solve this one. It's impossible. To get something out of this last problem, let's change the negative 7 to 7, then solve it. We separate the absolute value function into 2 parts. We put the real universe equation on the left, subtract 3 from both sides, cancel the terms on the left, bring down what's left, divide both sides by 2, cancel the 2's, And 4 divided by 2 is your answer, 2. Now we work on the alternate universe. We work on the alternate universe by replacing the absolute value brackets with parentheses and putting the negative sign in front of the first parentheses. Divide both sides by -1. Cancel on the left. Bring down what's left. Subtract 3 from both sides of the equation. Cancel on the left. Bring down what's left. Divide both sides by 2. Cancel on the left. And x equals -5. So our two solutions are x equals 2 and x equals -5. This has been Solving Absolute Value Equations, the Alternate Universe Part 1. Thanks for viewing.